Good morning. In this video, we are going to discuss about some important laws of dry friction. In our previous video, we have discussed some basic concepts of friction. In continuation, we are going to discuss about some important laws. See the figure. One block is resting on horizontal surface. Here, W is self weight of the block. Here N is reaction force produced by the surface. The second one, at the same condition, we are going to additionally apply the horizontal force. That horizontal force applied to the block, if the block need to be remain stationary under the equilibrium condition, a horizontal component F of surface reaction is required. So the F is static friction force. In the graph, we may easily identify the relationship between applied load P and static frictional force F and their differences. Here, whenever applied load P increases, the static frictional forces F also increased until it reaches the maximum value of Fm. So, after that, it may consider kinetic frictional force. So, Fm is the maximum frictional force under the equilibrium condition, that means static condition. Fk is frictional force under the kinetic conditions. So, we need to know the difference between static frictional force and kinetic frictional force. Here, coefficient of friction is the ratio of maximum static frictional force to normal reaction force. So, the formula also derived here. Coefficient of friction for some important surface contact of metals, different metals will be listed in the table. First one, let's start with metal on metal, usually 0.15 to 0.6, and ended with rubber on concrete, 0.6 to 0.9. Then kinetic friction force. The difference between kinetic friction and static friction is given in the quantitative manner. So, kinetic friction is more or less equal to 0.75 of static friction. Some important laws of dry friction are listed in the table. The friction force is directly proportional to the normal reaction between the surfaces. The frictional force opposes the motion. The frictional force depends upon the nature of the surfaces in contact. It's independent of the area and the shape of the contacting surfaces. Final one, for moderate speeds, frictional force is independent of the relative velocities of the bodies in contact. So, the laws may be helpful to solve the different type of problems in the unit. So, we need to take some assumptions or conditions. First one, under the static condition, when applied load equal to 0 mean, the weight of the block should be equal to normal reaction force. So, when P equal to 0, N equal to W. So, there is no friction between the block and the horizontal surface. Condition 2, the load, applied load acting at inclined angle. The inclination load should be resolved into two types. One is horizontal, another one is vertical. So, when the horizontal applied load less than that of maximum static friction mean, that is considered as no motion. the object still in the same position, but it has some frictional force. Third condition, the horizontal applied load should be equal to resistive force, mean that is considered as the motion impending. It's tend to move. Condition number 4, the horizontal force is higher than that of limiting friction or frictional force, mean that is considered as motion. So Fm converted into Fk, it's a kinetic friction. These 4 important conditions are helped to solve the different type of problems in the friction topic. Second, we are going to consider the another one important parameter, that is angle of friction. As usual, we are going to discuss about the static condition, that means equilibrium law of forces. There is applied load is 0, no friction. Second condition, the pi, given pi value less than that of pi s, mean that is considered as no motion. Third one, pi equal to pi s, motion impending. Fourth one, pi equal to pi k, that means the Fm become Fk. So kinetic friction less tan phi k equal to Uk. Then the second set of conditions. Now we are considering inclined surfaces. The same 4 conditions applied here. First one, no friction. Second one, no motion. Third one, motion impending. Fourth one, motion. So we may expect some kind of problems in this session. First one, in the given problem, all the applied forces are known value. Coefficient of static friction also given in the same question. So we need to find out the type of motion, whether the body is in rest condition or in motion. Second one, all applied forces are given in the question. Type of motion also given in the question. So we need to find out the coefficient of static friction between the surfaces. Third set of problems, coefficient of static friction between the surfaces also given, type of motion also given. So we need to find out magnitude or direction of any one of the applied forces: weight, reaction force, applied force. So among these 3, any one we may going to find out. Thank you.